You know, it's one of those of like anyone that says it's like a QAnon conspiracy movie, they haven't fucking seen it. Thoughts on Sound of Freedom? Fine to see all the people coming out against the anti-pedo film, just saying a bit of a hill to die on. It was good. It was preachy. You know, it was like, hey guys, did you know God's kids are not for sale? They say that line 5 fucking times, and it's to the point of like, I get it. It's the fucking tagline.
I get it. It's the tagline. Why are you making money off of kids being sex trafficked?
Well, that's the thing. Like they do bring up really good points. They do address the fact, like the end screen where it's showing off like this is what happened after this thing. Straight up says, yeah, there are millions of children in sex slavery. The United States is the #1 nation that purchases sex slaves. It's like, okay, this is some good stuff. You know, it's one of those of like anyone that says it's like a QAnon conspiracy movie, they haven't fucking seen it. It was literally made before all of that was popular. It was talking about specifically the South American sex slave trade.
Sir, I list for 2 victims. Where did all this type AB bullshit come from? I don't know.
Cowardice. Yeah, cowardice. Junebug for $1. I have to cope that lolicon like midgets and not little girls. When I say I don't like lewd lollies, get called tourist. Am I the weirdo? As stated, the
are pretty weird. And whenever you start drawing lines, that's when it gets weird.
Yeah. The role with lolly is if it's actually meant to be a little girl, like it has a school bag and everything, nigga, you know what you're fucking doing.
I've already said my line before.
Yeah.
It is whenever you get to the fucking the one fuckface Shadman, whenever you're fucking tracing
actual
real
kids,
little
yeah,
girls, that's when I take issue, man.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just inexcusable because you know what you're fucking doing. But you know, it's one of those of have some common sense, for the love of God. Understand, like when you have a pinned tweet talking about how much you want to fist Klee from Genshin Impact. That's when you have to like look at yourself and go, man, I look like a fucking retard.
Your likes are pub. Just keep the shit private. Most of the shit is avoided by keeping stuff private. We've gotten to the point where everyone just wants all their sexual preferences to be like tattooed on their fucking sleeve.
Yeah.
Big Sauce for $10. Love your content. Thoughts on the Japanese metal band Anthem?
I don't listen to them too much, but I like what I heard. And I know they did some stuff for Devilman, and that's pretty fucking sick.
Well, devs don't understand the majority of players are nerdy white guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really, God's children are not for sale. It's a good line, though. You get one. You get one.
You get one. You get one. I liked the one at the very beginning when the guy is talking to his buddy, and it's like, hey, what? This job rips you apart inside. Why do you still do this? He's like actually traumatized from dealing with so many pedophiles and having to watch child porn and children being tortured in order to catch these people. And like, you know, he has like a tear drip down his eye, and he says the lines like, okay, that's good. That's good. Then they repeat it. They make it a fucking tagline where they have like, I went to go see it in theaters because it did the exclusivity thing.
You kick down the door. You fucking pop two in a dude's chest, and you look at the camera, all action movie like, and you go, "God's children aren't for sale." And another tear drops down.
Yeah, but basically, like, I went to go see the movie in theaters because it did the exclusive thing where like through up, like the first 3 days up till 4th of July, you can go see it in the theaters. So me and my mom went because she wanted to go see it. She bought into the hype. She was all like, it's exposing child trafficking. It's talking about this. It's talking about that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like an action movie. Or,
it's not exposing anything. This shit's already known.
Yeah. I was wrong. It was not really an action thing. It's a legal thriller where they're trying to catch them legitimately. But, you know, point is, and they have like a special message at the end of the movie where the main actor, who's the guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ, apparently he's like a really big like religious guy, and he was really motivated to do the film because he cares about kids. And he was straight up like, you can buy tickets so other people who can't afford them to go see the movie can go see it. We can make this a phenomenon. Remember, guys, hashtag God's children are not for sale. He literally fucking says that, and I'm like, if you ever say that again, I'll fucking kill you.
He ad-libbed that line on set. You know it. You know it.
Mel Gibson? No,
Mel Gibson was the director?
Yeah, he directed it.
Yeah, director. He didn't star in it, right?
Yeah. No, he didn't star in it, no. It was the actor, the guy who played Jesus. Let me look at it. I can just pull it up. Yeah. It is a good movie. It genuinely has some, like, good scenes to it. He meets like a guy who used to work for Pablo Escobar and was like really high up there in the Colombian cartel. and he actually like left to become he has his own cartel, but what he does is he buys up underage prostitutes and then takes them to safe houses and gives them money so they can live new lives. So he's actually like trying to do good in that. It's like, okay, that's kind of interesting.
I'll buy a DVD.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
yeah, Jim Caviezel. That's the guy who plays Tim Ballard. Yeah.
I do. Well, it might have a physical release, but more likely than not, it's going to be relegated to streaming services.
Yeah, it is a good movie. If you are interested in child sex trafficking, that very dark rabbit hole, it is a good one to check out because it explains a lot of how it works. Like, kids are scooped up by shady companies that pretend they're recruiting kids for like an entertainment thing. They're kidnapped, then they're shipped immediately overseas. So
It's
local
hard to track them.
Yeah, local police can't find them. They take them to like Tijuana, they take them to like Guatemala, places like that. Then they're sold to people like Americans who take them across the border, pretending they're relatives, and then boom, they're sex trafficked for the rest of their lives.
Dave's Gambler, Fred Lars, that's kind of the main point of Detective Stabler's character from Law and Order SVU. He saw it so much he had anger issues. He even tried to kill a few.
Yeah.
He was doing the Lord's work.
He got in trouble for directly saying, like, I've seen so many of them, I just want to kill them.
Yeah. He's correct.
If you're interested in child sex trafficking, TheAlmightyLoli 2023. There you go.
Learn begins the business so you can start your own.
Nemo and X for $1. Lolly, I do pixel art streams on Twitch, but I'm thinking of moving to Kick, which is a less shitty place. Kick, YouTube, or Twitch, because I want to set up a small contract for some income. Any suggestions? What should I do and don't do? Keep up the good work.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they're not great. YouTube has kind of been the best one. I tried Twitch. OBS fought Twitch like a fucking rabid dog last time I tried to stream it.
It'd be like that.
It was crashing OBS left and right, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I moved it over to YouTube, not a single issue. Because at first I was worried, like, oh, is it a thing with my internet? Is my internet an issue? But as soon as we went to YouTube, all green. It's like, okay, that's not an issue. I have not tried Kick, so I don't know.
Kick doesn't seem like it's going to last very long.
Yeah.
Mainly due to this. They keep offering bad people, like, multi-million-dollar contracts, and then they proceed to go and try to actively get the website in trouble.
Yeah.
So that they can get the contract broken off and go fucking stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Sting E for 2 fake monies. What's your opinion on cryptids? What about Bigfoot? I mean, I don't think any of them are real, but
But they're very interesting.
I love talking about them and studying them.
Really fucking cool.
Then Ashton Kutcher called to help the government with child trafficking cases. He opened up his own like investigation business type thing where he investigates trafficking.
Yeah. The Sound of Freedom any good? I liked it. I genuinely thought it was good. How real it was compared to like what actually happened, I don't know. That's the one thing where I'm like, if you're gonna criticize the movie for like not getting details right, that's what you argue. It's like, hey, this guy's pretending to be a lot more involved than he actually was. This was a lot more complicated. There were a lot more steps. That's something you can talk about. One of the criticisms I saw was, well, they don't know if any of the kids that they freed were consensual sex workers. And I'm like, what? Another one was, oh yeah, that raid where they arrested all the head honchos in the cartel, that might have traumatized some of the kids. And it's like, I'm pretty sure those kids had bigger issues.
Are you defending child sex slavery? Cult Personality for $2. Final Fantasy 16 dubs better than the sub only because of Ben Stark Live.
Yeah,
it's one of the best English dubs. I do really like everyone in the main cast and even the side characters. Like just sound like actual fucking people.
Isn't even really a dub because from what I understand, they recorded in English first.
Yeah, they wrote the game in English. They recorded the lines in English. Kids can't consent, motherfucker. You're goddamn right.
Yeah. Like here, I will actually pull it up because this was because I was Googling the movie because I'm like, what is this fucking movie? Because I know where I was hearing about it. It's like, oh, Sound of Freedom. It's like, what the fuck is this movie?
What was it? 2 or 3 years ago, they did like a fucking proper documentary on it.
Yeah. Right here.
Not the movie, but that.
Because it was actually
the Hollywoodified thing had a documentary.
It was actually about the controversy. Okay, so yeah, accuracy. This is on the Wikipedia page to Sound of Freedom. While the film is purportedly based on real events, involving Ballard's OUR, which is his charity that goes after sex trafficking, the accounts of those events have been questioned by researchers and reporters. In a 2020 expose, Vice News says that Ballard embellished OUR's role in the rescue of a trafficked woman. 2021 follow-up article further criticized OUR's practices, including using inexperienced donors and celebrities as part of its jump team a lack of meaningful surveillance or identification of targets, failing to validate whether the people they intended to rescue were in fact actual trafficking victims, and conflating consensual sex work with sex trafficking. The majority of prostitutes in South America are not doing it consensually. They've been doing it since they were children.
Right.
2021 article in Slate criticized 2014 raid conducted by OUR in the Dominican Republic, saying it was likely to have traumatized the trafficked children.
Yeah.
The raid traumatized the children.
Not the rape.
Yeah. Ann Gallagher, an authority on human trafficking, wrote in 2015 that OUR had an alarming lack of understanding about how sophisticated criminal trafficking networks must be approached and dismantled, and called the work of OUR arrogant, unethical, and illegal. Investigative journalists Lynn Packer and Damian Moore of American Crime Journal report that Tim Ballard lied about his involvement in the case portrayed in the film and fabricated details about his sex trafficking activities, which is bullshit because the film straight up shows the footage of the raid that the movie is about, where they lure a bunch of pedophiles to... Not even pedophiles, it was cartel heads who kidnapped the kids to an island to, like, fake build a resort where it's like, oh, we'll build an exclusive club here. They show the footage of it, and he's there.
Yeah.
Like, he is literally there.
There's plenty of names of people that are actively defending fucking child sex slavery, chat.
Yeah. So, TLDR, Vice and Slate are full of pedophiles. But we knew that, because, like, they were two of the sites that pushed the I'm a pedophile, but I'm not a monster shit. Like, we know they fucking did that. Yeah. But if you save the kids from sex slavery, you might traumatize them. Yeah, seriously.
They love being sex trafficked, chat.
Yeah.
They were asking for it, don't you know?
And like I said, it's not even like I believe every single thing the movie says. Towards the end, they have the guy single-handedly go into rural fucking Colombia. Like jungle Colombia, where it's still controlled by fucking...
Cartels.
Yeah. Not even cartels. Full-on rebels.
Wow. Like
rebel militias. And he single-handedly gets the little girl out and is able to get her to safety.
He puts on the Rambo bandana.
Yeah,
puts on the wood.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he fucking like strangles the leader to death.
Takes out the Garrett war.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, guerrillas. Yeah, that's the part where I'm like, okay, I want to know what actually happened. So, because you're flat out saying you committed murder.
Yeah. Eric Jimenez for five buckaroos is a thriller action movie. Of course, it's over the top. Yeah.
It's not even an action movie. It is a legal thriller where it's trying to show you that they were doing it the proper method. You know, they actually arrest everyone. There is a scene in the beginning where he's going after an unrelated pedophile. Well, he's unrelated, but he puts him
by being a pedophile.
He puts him on the trail to finding the kids that the movie's about. And there is a scene where he's watching the video the guy made where he sells it to people online. And it looks like he's about to like go into his cell and beat him to death, because he straight up goes to him and is like, yeah, it's the weekend, everybody clocked out, it's just you and me. And it's like, oh, he's gonna fuck this dude up. But then no, he manipulates him. He like mentally gets in his head. It's like, oh, okay. No, for $1. I think the main issue with One Piece is the fan base. They keep claiming it's such a morally complex work. It's not the heroes and their friends always in the right, or to the point of hand-waving Nico's mass murder. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's a shonen thing. It's not meant to have moral complexity. They're the good guys.
You're goddamn right, they're the fucking good guys.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I got back from watching Sound of Freedom, I put on Man on Fire.
Yeah.
Which was, to me, the more fun experience, because you actually got to watch people die.
Right.
I've seen Shin Kamen Rider. We haven't gotten it yet. Oh. It makes me sad.
Roundhouse kick pedals into concrete. Yes, chat. Very nice.
The jungle bit is a bit true. Him and his crew did disguise as doctors, but they didn't kill anyone. That mission was actually for a lost little boy, not a girl. Yeah. I would love to actually hear about what happened, and not in a, well, no, shut this guy down, get rid of him, he inconvenienced. Like, no, an actual objective, hey, this is what the movie exaggerated. You know what I mean? Because every movie based on a true story will exaggerate shit. That's just something you accept going into those kinds of movies. Mm-hmm. So it's one where on one hand you're like, hey, you should be honest about important stuff, but I understand if you have to break shit down for the sake of simplicity.